everyone, Julian here. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to make your own techno pads that are emotional but still powerful and work well in techno. You guys requested this one, and to go along this video I just dropped a new sample pack called Definitive Techno Pads Volume 1. The link is right in the top of the description, and for just $5 you get 5 of these pad loops where you can see you get the loop with a tail, plus the MIDI file, plus the full project file in Ableton for these as well. So you really get a huge value here for just $5, and I'll play you some of these pads really quick so you can hear them. So you can hear super high quality stuff. You know, the goal with this was to really create not just a product, but a really good resource to help you guys grow your tracks and make better stuff. You know, you can really learn from these because you can take the MIDI file, the audio, and the project file. So you get presets, MIDI, and audio, plus Ableton files for some pads in this style that are super high quality that you can learn from and go and really make your best tracks with. On top of this, it also includes my definitive mastering rack, so you get really the essentials that you're going to need to take your tracks to the next level. It's a really great way to support me. You know, I really don't make a whole lot off of YouTube, but with these sample packs, I can keep going and keep bringing you guys new videos every single day. Plus, you're going to help yourself make the best possible music. You know, there's some really high quality stuff in here, and you don't want to miss out on this. Link is at the top of the description. Thank you so much for all the support, guys, and let's dive in. So here I have actually 2 of those pads in front of me, and we're going to start with the MIDI and kind of break that down. So the first thing you're going to want to start with is you're going to want to define your chord progression. Now, sometimes it might just be one chord the whole time, but typically you're going to want to figure that out first. So what I've done here, as you can see, our chord progression is F sharp minor, B minor, D major. And if we're looking at this musically, we're in the key of F sharp minor, so we've got our root chord, our 4th, and then our minor 6th. So yeah, you can see like when I hit play on this, that's really what sets the mood and the feeling. If we turn those off, it's just a few notes, right? So you really want to start with that. And you're not always going to have the full chords. Like here, it's just the root notes. But that gives you enough. Then once you do that, you're going to want to set like a kind of simple melody on top of that. Like essentially what's happening here is you're just hearing 3 melodies. You're hearing, and then you're hearing, on top of that you're hearing, right? So it's just these 3 really simple melodies basically. You know, this one's only 2 notes, the other 2 are 3 notes. But essentially, you're stacking those on top of each other. And that's what's going to create the movement and also going to kind of bring the pad to life. You know, you don't want to just think of it as chords, but think of it as like these different melodies playing off of each other. So we got, then we go, which if we're looking at the key we're in, F sharp minor, we have our 5th and then our 4th. 5th and 4th. Super simple. And then up here, we go, right, this like kind of emotional thing that's going to really contrast nicely against the others. And that's the minor 3rd, the 4th, and then the 9th, which is a fancy way of saying 1 note down from the minor 3rd. And then you put all those together, and that's what creates a sound. Now the other thing that's going to be important here is going to be spreading these across different octaves, right? Like, if we put these all really close together, you're not really going to get that same feeling. And also, I think a big part of it that people miss when they're kind of like wondering why their pad doesn't sound that good is that. Again, like if we put these really close together, you know, it's not quite as deep sounding. So you really want to spread that out across the keyboard. You know, get that big fat low end, and then also the nice majestic highs. And then for the actual sound design, you know, it's pretty straightforward pad sound design, right? Like, you know, it's not really going to be anything too complex. I mean, we have, like, here, 2 saw waves just with a low-pass filter and a bunch of unison and vibrato. I've got an LFO on the low-pass. One thing I do like to do that I'll show you here is key tracking with your filter. So basically, that just makes it so if you play a lower note on the keyboard, it's going to be more closed on the filter. If you play a higher note on the keyboard, it's going to be more open. And you can hear that if I do this here. See, like right now, it's all even. But if we turn up that key tracking, it makes it very dynamic. So if we put it to like there, and then play this whole pattern, so there's a bit more nuance there because each note is at a different place on the filter. And yeah, then we just have, you know, a bit of chorus, a bit of reverb, and then some drum bus, which I think is adding a nice texture to this. Definitely don't be afraid to use drum bus on your synths. You know, it's called drum bus, but they should call it like saturation bus or something like that. It's a really good way to get that nice, fat kind of texture on your synths for techno. And I'll show you the second one down here. This is the same idea, but maybe a little bit more complex. So here our chord progression is... Right, so we got like B, G, and then E there. And then we're using, so then we've got this melody on top of that. Right, super simple, 2 notes. And then we have this melody. And then even just like a high note on top. And again, it's that layering and that depth there with the different layers of the melody that's essentially going to create the sound. And that's what you want to aim for here. It's, you know, you can start with a chord, but definitely you want to think about it like melodies that you're creating with the different chords, basically. And also that rhythm, right? Like it's like dun 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 dun. Like not just putting it on the 1 or the 3 or the, you know, on the next bar or whatever, but really making that so then, like, if we put a kick in here, like, I'll just grab one of my kick loops. Right, you can really hear that, like, bouncing off of the kick, and that's a big part of it, too, is the rhythm. It's not just having the notes, but it's also, like, because it's techno, you need to make it rhythmic and make it kind of, like, yeah, fit in against what the kick is going to be doing. And yeah, so then for the sound on this one, you can see it's also just a saw wave. Another saw wave, which is actually at +7, so. See, there's the default setting, and then if you put that up +7. You can hear, you get like a more rich sound. I definitely recommend playing around with that. We've got our filter. Again, this one's got a little LFO and some key tracking. The phaser is actually a really good way to get some color. Like, I think a lot of times if you're working with just saw waves and square waves over and over, it can kind of sound a lot of the same, right? But if you have like a phaser or something that can kind of add a different texture to that, you can really make it feel a little bit more fresh and unique. So that's good. We got a bit of chorus and a bit of reverb, and then just a saturator. And that's really it for that one. And yeah, so that is how you make some techno pads. It's not hard, but if you work at it right and you learn how to make that work with the different melodies playing off of each other and the different rhythms playing off of each other, you can really create something exciting. So yeah, thank you so much for all the support, guys. Once again, you can grab Definitive Techno Pads Volume 1 right at the top of the description. You get both of these pads, plus a whole lot more. You get the full audio files of loops and with the tail, plus MIDI files, plus the Ableton files. So you literally get everything you need to take these and make really, really high quality tracks. Again, these are sounding really nice. high quality stuff. So definitely go grab that. It's just $5, and you also are going to get the bonus mastering rack. You literally are going to get everything you need to make your tracks super high quality and get everything that you're missing to get to the next level. Plus, it really helps support me. I don't make a whole lot of YouTube, so with these sample packs and different stuff like this, I'm able to keep bringing you guys new videos every single day. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. Every little bit helps, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.